Good morning. Good morning. Connor just got started barking about the time I start my video. Let me go let him in. Hang on just a second. We're going to try this again. He's inside now. Well, it's morning. It's overcast this morning. I guess we're going to have sun today. Is the sun where you are? I wish I had Google. I could just say, Google, what's the temperature in Michigan? Hey Google, what's the temperature in Louisiana? I'll have to set up some kind of... My phone has Google on it. I guess I could ask the weather like that. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? Find out what the temperature is everywhere. Every time I turn on the weather station on my TV, you just can't. Oh well, I'm not going to complain about that. I was just curious on what the weather's like. Oh, I look like I have dog ears on. Blue dog ears. Remember that character? All the kids are crazy about the blue dog. Well, that's me. No. Oh, I don't know if the blue dog is still around or not. I really don't know. I really don't know. But if you know your name, and you know what day it is, and you've got your cup of coffee, so I have mine. I'm just waiting on it to cool off just a tad so I can get me a sip. Yeah, that'll be good. There. I feel like it's getting, yeah, it's cooling off now. I think I can drink some. I'll do something with this hair in a minute. But I just wanted to tie it on my face. It's so long. No. I look ridiculous, come to think about it. From what I can see this morning. But it is 43 degrees this morning with an overcast at 76% humidity. And I'm assuming that where I lived up in the hills, it's got a little dusting of snow. Probably not even enough on the ground. It just probably fell from the northwest corner of Arkansas. There was some snow just through the Ozarks, you know. Which is a little early for snow for us here in Arkansas, for any kind of snow. Although we had snow, what, 3 weeks ago up in the northeast corner up by Eureka? Yeah. To us down here in the south, snow is a time of celebration. It's like, oh, wow, this is so cool. But if we have it over 2 days and we get cold, we say, oh, I don't like snow anymore. Okay, go away. You guys live with snow. A lot of y'all live with snow for, what did Mrs. C say one time? The frozen tundra. I guess she's talking about, I don't know, maybe Illinois, Montana, you know, Minnesota, Pennsylvania. Michigan always gets snow because of the lake, don't they? All parts there. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think the first place I ever lived where there was any snow, I was in my first 3 years of marriage. I think we ended up in Middletown, Ohio, and that was the most snow I'd seen. Other than, you know, just driving through, heading back towards the west coast to work in California. And we went up through, then they transferred us to Seattle, so we got to see the deep snow, deep snow. But I can remember it was like, you know, nothing, it was like reading a book. It was a fairyland or watching a movie. I look absolutely ridiculous. I do. I'm sorry. Let me get, I could cut it off and start all over again, but You guys, well, you forgive me, don't you, for looking like a blue dog? Is that better? Yeah, that's better. Yeah, I just like to wear this scarf with this sweatshirt. I just think it looks good together. Or, is that any better? No, look, one of you hanging down. Oh well, that's sort of silly for in the morning, isn't it? I know. I try not to be silly in the morning. I try not to talk in the morning, but I'm just easing into my day. Morning to all of y'all. Good morning. You are special, and we're still here today. Mm-hmm. It's amazing. I talked to Barbara Ann. She went to Branson, and she had a wonderful time. She said that, you know, she went to Branson with her daughter took her, and she'd been looking for it. You know, I told you for a long time, and he's Irish. His name is Daniel O'Donnell, and she says he was wonderful. And he says he came over and came down, and he was trying to get to her because she was waving at him. She says, "Come here, come here, come here." And he was climbing over the theater seats. He says, "I don't know which leg you put over." As he was coming through there, and she just thought that was just absolutely wonderful. She said he is such a nice man, nice singer. He says the old women were just chasing him now. Barbara Ann's 82. She said, yeah, he was trying to get away from all those old ladies. And I said, yeah, and there you were going, come here. And then her daughter tried to take pictures of her. And she said, oh, I don't want a picture of me. I look old. And finally, the guy next to her, Barbara, said, why don't you let your daughter take a picture of you? She's proud of you. You hurt her feelings. So when her daughter came back from whatever, you know, she came back and said, Mom, let's take a picture. And she said, okay, only because that guy told Barbara, you need your daughter to let her. Barbara said, no, I look old. No. She says, and I kept, that young man, his wife kept looking at me, and it's also his mother-in-law. She's so beautiful. I just love Barbara. I do. I am not making fun of her. I adore her. I adore her. And I just love the life she has, you know, but she said last night, she said, I'm so tired. I said, yeah, you drove 3 hours up through the mountains, up there to Branson. You stayed in in a hotel and all that, went to the concert, and ate different food. You were in a different rhythm. You know, you would be tired. She said, I don't know if I make another trip. And I said, it's only because you're tired. Like, I know. So here I am telling her how to. She's always telling me how to do things. Or how she does things. But, yeah, Branson is a wonderful place people go to. There's, a lot of stars, the older stars. I can't say older stars. Yeah, the newer stars come too. I can't think of one right now because I don't go to Branson that much. I used to go back when the kids were young, Silver Dollar City, and they have big lights, the big Christmas in the hills. And then we've got the caves in Blanchard Springs, and they're all lit up inside the caves. And then they have the choirs coming from the colleges singing, or the people from the city singing in the caves, all by Christmas lights and stuff. I've never done that. I've heard it's beautiful. The only time I had a chance to go there, it was snowing so bad that the driver didn't want to take a chance. And the hills are, if you get off the main highways, the interstate that runs through our state, we've got one. runs across our state. And if you deviate from that highway to go to the hills on both sides of the western part of the state, you're going in small roads, 2 lanes mainly. And so, that's pretty treacherous and bad weather in winding roads up and through the hills of the Ozarks. All the way up, I guess, towards St. Louis is pretty. The Ozarks are beautiful. They're not exactly like the Smoky Mountains. They're not as high, but it's to us, we love them. We love our Ozarks and the trees changing. It's just beautiful. When I was in where did I go? Philadelphia? Yeah, Philadelphia. Was the year, do you remember in Philadelphia with the year when one of the city walls fell down, killed some tourists and stuff? I was there that week. Me and my group that I was with, which was pastors, and it was beautiful up there. We went to the Amish home up there, and they had taken a big house the Amish had and were serving people in it for meals and stuff. It was a beautiful experience. We had a great time. And then we went on a tour of Liberty Hall, yeah, with the Liberty Bell, and where they signed the Declaration of Independence. And we went on a night tour. It was quite beautiful. Everything was by candlelight. Going through there, I just felt like we went back in time to the time that Thomas Jefferson and all of them were signing it. And we touched I got a picture of me touching the Liberty Bell like everybody else, and looking at the crack and everything. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Back in the day, that's been a long time ago. I can't remember how long that's been. But I do remember that Robert Goulet was there, and when he was young, of course, and Bobby Darin was there, or is it Bobby Rydell? I can't remember which one it was. But they were filming the dance. Oh, I can't remember that. Remember we watched it on TV once we got older, the dance, Saturday morning, the dance. I can't remember the name of it. You probably do remember it. But they were filming the reunion of the people who had sung on with Dick Clark. And we were staying there at the hotel where they were. And that's where we were having our conference and everything. But we didn't know all that was going on until, I snuck out one of the conference rooms. I was getting bored. So I left, and some other girls followed me, and we went down to walk around the building a little bit. And when we got down there, we could see that there was all kinds of lights all up, like a studio or something, and it was set up on the enclave outside of the entrance there. And so we just sat down, and then the bar was built on the side there. We didn't drink anything, but we went by the bar there and sat down to watch what was going on. We're just a bunch of little Christian women, as they called us, little Christian women. And I watched them do the interviews and stuff. It was quite nice. It was different, it was different. But I enjoyed it immensely. And so did my fellow companions that snuck out of the conference. And we would have got by with nobody knowing if Bobby Darin hadn't left a comment to be delivered to me at the church during our church service the next morning. And it said, The message said, this is for Barbara Skiles. Says, uh, meet, I think it was, meet me at the front of the church. Well, it wasn't from Bobby Darin. No. One of the preachers had seen me and the other girls. And so he read the message. He said, this gentleman got out of a limousine and handed me this note and told me to read it. So as I was walking into the church, and he says, oh, and by the way, after he said some common news, and stuff at the beginning of the service, and he said, I have a message here for Barbara Skiles from Arkansas. I looked up, and all my companions were all looking up. It was funny. It was a joke. No, he didn't leave a message. It was just the pastor of the church, He heard about it, and he made up that little story. Oh, my. I bet you've traveled a lot, too, haven't you? Yeah, I was very lucky, working for the church during those years. Yeah, I traveled quite a bit. I enjoyed it. The one trip I missed, though, and I wished I could have been able to go, but that's when I was going through chemo. So I didn't go to, where is it? Where Dakota's, isn't it? Where they have presidents. Yeah, we're going up there for a conference that year, and I wished I could have gone, but with treatments so frequent, you can't. I just couldn't go and get back within a week because treatments are pretty, as well as and but that's the only trip I wished I could have made it. But we had some great times. Met some fine folks, had some wonderful experiences. I loved it. Beat me in front of the church. Well, let's see. I could read I don't even have my phone with me this morning. No, it's on the charger. I forgot to, I plugged it in, but I didn't plug it into the wall, so that wasn't charged. I'm working on some more fingerless mittens this morning. I'm very slowly. It's early. I hadn't even finished my first cup of coffee with you guys this morning, but I'm hoping you're having a great day. And yes, this weather sort of slowed me down a little bit. Will make me some No, I can't make pancakes this morning for breakfast. I could have some toast, I think. Yeah, I've got some toast in there. Yeah, I've got to put pancake flour or pancake flour mix on my grocery list. I do need to do that. Isn't that right, Connor and Clyde down here at my feet? They've been outside first thing this morning. Everyone's doing well. And I hope you're doing well. And that you're enjoying your coffee. And you're somewhere warm. Life's too short to be cold. I guess I don't know if you're skiing, you wouldn't be cold. You'd be moving around, or if you're riding one of those things pulled by dogs. Dog sleds, that's what it's called. Oh, I got my fuzzies on my feet, though, and I've got my sweatshirt on, so I'm cozy and warm. And I'm going to continue to crochet this morning, and I'm going to make one more pair of the sleeveless mittens, and then I'm going to make a headband to match. I think that would be cute. I like those little twisting headbands, where they you when you sew it, you know what I mean, where they twist in the front and they cover your ears. That's what I'm going to make up. If I have enough yarn, we'll see how much. This is the only, I think this is the only skein I have left of this. But I've still got some more yarn that Mrs. C had given me, so that I need to work up, that I want to work up. Well, everybody carry on, and I'll leave you for today. It's sort of low-key, just easing into today. It's only a week till Christmas now. Today's the 15th. Yeah, the 15th. Not Christmas. No, what did I say? I meant Thanksgiving. And Daniel got good news. I guess y'all saw the latest video. And so all is well. I hope. I'm thinking of all of you. Well, as soon as my phone gets charged, I'll read some comments. First thing in the morning, if I don't read them today. I hope I don't miss anything real. And I'm sure I'm going to miss anything important. If somebody leaves me a comment, it's pretty important. Especially to me. Well, remember, God has you in the palm of His hand. Pray for Mother Earth, the birds, the bees, the flowers, and the trees, and for each other, because we're all in this great big world together. Be kind. Bye-bye. Y'all take care. Heal fast if you're having to heal at this time. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow.